Today we're looking at the coolest winter wedding trends, starting with bridal wear. That's what Tania has for us today. Looking gorgeous, right? We're doing bridal.
Thank you. We're doing bridal. And just like you said, instead of fighting the winter, let's embrace it. Let's put on some heavier fabrics, some texture and some layers.
Let's put on some texture and some layers, and maybe if you want to get real fancy, you can put on layers like she is. So you're actually our first look for the winter wedding portion, fashion portion of the show, and I love this because it is untraditional, and it's also very you.
Thank you. Yes, it's definitely me. So this first look is from Silk Road Bridal, which is in the West End of Toronto. Nice. And just as you mentioned, they cater to the non-traditional bride. So it's super fun to do something different than a dress. Right? So here I have a jumpsuit. A fun portion of this, Tracy, is the slits on the bottom of it there.
That's fantastic. I feel like you need to pull out a guitar and rock out now. That is so good.
It's a little Elvis-inspired as well.
It's a little bit. I love it.
Right? And then we have this Ronnie jacket, which is by an in-house brand, Caitlin May.
Okay.
And so it's super fun, again, playing with the texture. And of course, my favorite part is the fringe in the back.
Shake it, baby! Shake it!
It's so fun, right? So for pictures and videos, it translates beautifully.
Yes.
And then I finished it with this belt to add a little bit of bling to accentuate the waist.
It's gorgeous.
And then I have to mention these earrings, which also go with the fringe. So the earrings that I'm wearing and all of the pieces that we're going to see on the other looks are from Oleda, and that is a Canadian jewelry brand, and they have a beautiful bridal collection.
Very nice. Tania is always very good about bringing us many Canadian looks and Canadian labels, and I truly, truly love that you do that.
Thank you.
So speaking of that, let's bring out our next look. We're talking about color in these winter weddings. We've got Carla coming out, looking ethereal and gorgeous in this beautiful gown. And this is, you know, is it peach? Is it pink? What are we calling it, TT?
That's, you know what, we're gonna call it blush, but it can also read a little bit champagne-esque as well. And so just as you mentioned, you know, it is super nice to deviate, talking about non-traditional, from the whites and the ivories.
Yes.
And it doesn't need to be in a huge splash of color. This is a subtle way to do it, but still incorporating some color, and it's really soft and pretty and romantic.
It's absolutely lovely. I love that the arms are covered. That wouldn't be my choice, but there are so many brides that want to have their arms covered, and this is a gorgeous way to do it.
Exactly. So this gorgeous A-line dress, this is from Luxe Collection Bridal, and this is by a Canadian designer, Melissa Williams. And I love what she did here. So we have, you know, we have the sheer detailing, but we also have that lace embroidery. And so you get a mix of both worlds. But honestly, Tracy, if someone's not comfortable with that much sheer material, then you can also order it with a liner in the bodice. So you get that coverage. And this is also available in ivory.
This is beautiful. Would it be wrong for me to show up in this as the mother of the bride? Maybe. Probably going a little bit too far, but absolutely stunning if you were looking for that ethereal gown and that look with just the slightest little touch of color. Carla, thank you so much.
And, and the train in the back as she walks away. We'll see the train.
Look at the train.
Yes.
Choo-choo.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right, we're talking sleeves now. Let's bring Spencer out to look at these gorgeous details.
Yes.
We know, Spencer is killing it. We know that sleeves had a moment during the pandemic. We were all in these Zoom little boxes. People wanted to have a nice neckline and a nice sleeve, and that has continued into bridal. Just gorgeous.
That's right. So this is such a statement ball gown dress here. We're going right to it. We have pockets on this dress, okay?
Pockets!
We love a bridal dress with pockets. And as you mentioned, it has that gorgeous off-the-shoulder puff sleeve here, the beautiful floral embroidery, and there's a lot of tulle and layers underneath, so that's how we're getting that ball gown skirt. It's very much a little bit Bridgerton vibes with the hair. And again, the accessories from Oleda, which are bringing the sparkle up top. And I love that sculpted neckline too. It's super beautiful and feminine and pretty. And so this look, Tracy, this is from More to Love Bridal. And so they cater specifically to mid-size, plus-size, and curvy brides.
Lovely.
And what is so fantastic about this boutique is that not only can brides go in and envision themselves in a look, but they can actually try it on because they carry from size 16 to 44.
What a concept. If anyone's
Right?
ever gone in to try bridal dresses, I went in there like a scrawny 127 pounds and they were pulling a size 14 for me. So that's what happens when you go to bridal stores. The sizing is so off.
Or it's the opposite, right?
Or it's the opposite. So you should be able to put a dress on to see how it's going to look. We need more bridal salons doing this. It looks stunning. And Spencer, you're really killing it. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Gorgeous.
thank you, Spencer. Gorgeous.
Beautiful. Okay, let's bring out our next look. We've got Yvonne coming out. Gorgeous look. I love it also because it's simple elegance.
That's right. Yes.
Just beautiful. I love this color too. It's a bit of a warmer white, like a warmer cream colored.
Exactly. So last but not least, we have this really beautiful look by a Canadian brand, Demascari.
Lovely.
And so this is by an up-and-coming Canadian designer, Sean Mascarenas.
Lovely.
And he does, this drape work incredibly well. And also, elements of simplicity but femininity. So it's a beautiful mix of all the things. And this is gorgeous in that fit and flare style, which is different from the other looks that we've seen.
It is.
Right, we have some beautiful cleavage here. And I have to mention this gorgeous blouse that is on top. So this is a secondary piece here. You don't have to wear it, but it's a beautiful topper. Of course, for perhaps photos or if you're feeling a little bit cool, then you can put this on top. And it just works beautifully with the dress. So
you'll find a lot of that in the cooler wedding months, that there's a little jacket that you can throw on, which I think is beautiful. Yvonne, thank you so much.
Thank you, Yvonne.
Tania, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So good. You can find details on all of this bridal style on cityline.tv.